Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would share an update on how I'm doing with my New Year's resolutions. For those of you who missed that video, I basically have two basic categories that all of my resolutions kind of fall under. One of them is 2023 being a low buy year, since I have done quite a bit of damage the last few years and need to stop the crazy consumption and just focus on loving and appreciating what I have. And the other is just health and wellness and focusing on working through some issues I've had all my life, but have really never had a time in my life to, not that I haven't had a time, I just really haven't done the work to kind of overcome those issues. And I'll get into that a little bit later in the video. But starting with my low buy year, this year I have so far in the month of January not purchased anything. I've had just a few small purchases that I talked about in my last video that I made with an Amazon gift card. But aside from that, I think I am doing very well. I've been keeping a wish list, and I will be doing a separate video about all the things on my wish list and how I'm kind of looking at treating that wish list going forward. And I have just been really trying to use, love, and appreciate what I have. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job with it. I will say I had a little setback a couple of weeks ago. I actually had I lost my job, and so they eliminated my position, and it was kind of a sudden thing, although the company had not been doing so well, so I wasn't like 100% surprised. But in any case, it kind of was a little bit of a setback in terms of, you know, some of the routines and things that I've started to build into my life, into my health and wellness side of my planning for the new year, or my resolutions for the new year. But in any case, I am working with a recruiter now, and there are a few great prospects. I think I'm going to go back into consulting, which is something that I really enjoyed doing previously, but there really hasn't been a lot of work in consulting in the area where I live, and a lot of companies want people on site these days. And a lot of the companies that I've worked for in the past, it would definitely have to be a remote situation, since I am not wanting to travel all week. So in any case, that's neither here nor there, but I just kind of feel like, that was a little bit of a setback in terms of a setback, and yet maybe something that I'm trying to look at it as a positive that will help me really truly stick to, using what I have, loving what I have, not bringing new things in unless I absolutely 100% love them, want them, need them, whatever. And so, yeah, so far things have been going really well with that. I think using cash for things and a few of the gift cards that I received over the holidays has been really helpful. And just keeping a wish list for things that I want has been really helpful. I also have a budget that I am keeping just to keep track of my purchases, but there haven't been many, so it has been very easy to manage so far. So far, so good. I can't say that I'm not going to have a breakdown over some major thing that may come along in my life, but I'm doing everything that I can to avoid all the temptation. I have stopped following quite a few people and companies on the social media that were, just not helpful. Were giving me a lot of uh, anxiety, I guess, because there were things that I would want and then couldn't have. So, yeah, I had to kind of cut out all of that. And I have been doing really well with kind of introducing some new habits into my life and trying to kind of replace old bad habits with good ones. So that's going to bring me right into my next topic, which is health and wellness. In terms of my physical health, I have been really good about getting up in the mornings, going to the gym, taking a walk. I think in my last video where I mentioned this, I said I live half an hour. It's not half an hour, it's half a mile. It's only about like 10 minutes, 15 minutes walk from where I live is my gym. So I have been going to the gym, taking a walk in the morning. It's been really lovely outside, and it's, getting a little warmer. And I know it's going to be harder to do in the winter time. I mean, in the summertime, because it gets so hot here and so humid. It's been really humid in the mornings lately, but it's something that is just really good for me. And I am just, I'm just knowing that there's been some positive changes. I feel already kind of just more, I don't even know what the word is. Like I have less aches and pains. I just feel like I'm a little bit more limber and just overall, I generally feel better now that I've started working out regularly. So that has been a great new habit. And with that, I have also kind of stopped scrolling in the morning, which is what I was doing before I would start working. So I've had a little extra time on my hands now. So I'm really trying to focus on working out, eating healthy, doing all the things that drinking more water, all the things that really have worked for me in the past. And now I can really focus on intermittent fasting because I have more control of my time and what I'm doing, and I don't have to eat at certain times because have meetings and things going on. So right now has been a really good time for all of that. So really doing well in terms of, I guess, my physical health. In terms of my mental health, I have not really talked about this on my channel, so I'm going to try to say what I want to say without getting too far into the depth of all this. But basically, I've been dealing with a lot of childhood trauma and unresolved childhood trauma. I'll try to tell you the quick story, which is basically that I am an only child of a single parent. I lost my mom when I was 9, and the single parent that I have, I believe, suffers from narcissistic disorder and is very, I don't know what the word is, emotionally abusive is really the word. I have been reading a lot about this. I've talked to therapists about it in the past, but I've only really talked about it from the approach of how to have a relationship with this person and how to deal with this person and set boundaries and all of those good things, which I had been doing pretty well with considering I moved far away at a very young age. And that is something that over the years, as I'm getting older and as he's getting older, sometimes I feel a little bit of guilt about, but I mean, it's really hard to explain how a relationship with a parent cannot be, a loving and, I don't even know, emotional relationship, but we do not have an emotional relationship. I am his daughter. He is proud of me. He, I think, loves me from afar, but he's never really shown any kind of affection towards me. That's just not our relationship. And I think a lot of I used to, when I was younger, I remember thinking, well, a lot of men in general, especially men of his time, and fathers I knew at that time were not as involved and engaged in their children's lives. But there was a lot more to it that I'm not even going to get into. But let's just say my whole life has revolved until I got away from him, around him, and what was good for me didn't really matter. And so I've been working through a lot of things with that lately, and I don't know if it's just bubbled up because we made a move and a big change in my life, or because I am in my sort of perimenopausal years and I've had a lot of hormonal things happening, but I have not really done the work on really resolving the trauma that I have in me. So I've been reading a lot of books. I've been learning about working on, doing inner child work, things like that. I've been writing letters to my younger self and doing all kinds of crazy things that I never thought I'd do, but it has been helping. I have been really getting in touch with some emotions that I think have been kind of pushed down for so long. So without getting emotional, because I know I'm already starting to go there, I'm just going to say that I am in the process of finding a really good mental health professional who has experience with childhood trauma. I definitely need to talk to someone besides driving my husband crazy. And I should mention that my husband, for me, has been like, I hate saying the savior because you have to save yourself, but he has been such a just hero of my life. He has really helped me and talked to me and listened to me primarily about all of the things that I have gone through. And he's just been so patient and loving and supportive. And whatever it is that I need to do, he is there to help me. And so I feel like he's kind of my rock. And so, yeah, anyway, I said I wasn't going to get emotional, and I just keep going down this path. So, yeah, mental health, working on it, emotional health, working on it. And I think, all of that, I think, has really resulted in feeding this inner sadness that I've had that I seem to be masking with purchasing things, being a shopaholic, being overly worried about what other people think of me, all of those kinds of things. They go kind of hand in hand. And the more I read and the more I learn, the more I understand that, it's not just, I thought I could just deal with the issues myself, but I really need the help of others to try to overcome some of the issues that I have. And it's not really, this isn't even about, what happened to me. It's what I'm going to do with what happened to me and how I'm going to react and deal with it now and go forward in, my adult life, living from a perspective of my adult self. So, in any case, thank you so much for listening to that rant. I really needed to get that out. And so now you know a little bit more about where I've been coming from. And so health and wellness has been something that I have been focused on from not only a physical perspective, but also a mental and emotional perspective. And in addition to that, I have been looking for a yoga studio because I would love to get back into yoga. That's something that I always find really helpful in terms of getting my head into a positive place. I'm also doing my gratitude journaling in the morning, which has been another really healthy habit that I have implemented. I do it in the morning and I do it in the evening. And yeah, I'm doing a lot of reading, a lot of focusing on myself, a lot of, I guess, self care is what I would say I'm kind of doing right now. And I'm really grateful to have all of the support of my husband, of my friends, my family. I'm very, very lucky that I had a lot of other family members in my life that really helped me through some of the years of my life that were a lot difficult because of my not so great relationship with my dad. But I feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel somehow. Just in doing a little bit of work on this, I feel so just inspired and motivated to want to help me help myself become a better person, put my head into a better mindset, be a more positive person. And so that is what I'm working on there. So I think that is all. Those are really my updates in terms of the month of January. I'm probably going to do regular updates quarterly going forward. So I can tell you how things have been going with my low buy as well as everything from my health and wellness perspective. But if there's anything else you would like me to talk about or get into here on my channel, please do let me know in the comments below regarding those things, because I know it's always it's been very helpful for me to find other people who have been going through some of the same um, buying issues, spending issues, doing low buys, doing no buys. Part of me, when I lost my job, thought, okay, this is it. I'm just going to do a no buy. I'm not buying anything until at least, I find a job. But really, I think it's less about the actual purchasing and more about the mindset. And I think my mindset is in a really good place right now, and I'm really grateful for that. So thank you all for watching, and thank you all for listening. And I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon in my next video.